Brittany Mangold, and I'm here at the Runway Rubbish Fashion Show, where student designers make amazing outfits out of materials that you would normally just recycle.
Students and staff members are rushing to meet demands for handmade gifts as the Craft Center prepares for its Lonely Pottery Sale. Then, we're going to the quad to see what the student word on the street is with Max Newfield and our questions in the quad. We'll have all that and more on tonight's episode of the Beaver News. Good evening and welcome to your Thursday night edition of the Beaver News. I'm Allison Headley. And I'm Gabriella Morrongiello. We're glad you could join us tonight. This weekend, students will be partying with a purpose, a dance marathon that will be held all day Saturday. It is sponsored by Beav's Helping Kids and the Student Alumni Association. There will be games, performances, food, prizes, miracle families, and of course, dancing at the event. To register for the event, students can go to helpmakemiracles.org/event/Beav's Helping Kids. The cost to participate in the event is $10. If you had yet to pay a visit to the Ring of Fire restaurant, tonight was the night to do so. This popular Asian-inspired restaurant, located in the Marketplace West Dining Hall, hosted celebrity chef Jet Tila today and earlier this evening. Tila competed on the show Iron Chef America and is a judge on the show Chopped. Not only is he a nationally acclaimed chef, but a teacher and student in the culinary arts as well. Students were able to watch Tila demonstrate various cooking techniques and recipes this afternoon and then had the opportunity to purchase a meal for $9 prepared by Tila himself. The meal included Asian broccoli salad, roasted duck leg in mandarin orange sauce, braised short ribs, and much more. This event celebrated the first year of the lunar calendar and OSU's journey through culture and cuisine. Well, I'm getting hungry just thinking about that story, and so are other students. Today we sent Beaver News reporter Max Newfield out to the quad to see what other students are saying about food around campus.
All right, I'm Max Newfield, and I'm here in the quad asking a few questions of people like Mackenzie here about where they get their food and what they think about tuition rates. So, Mackenzie, was it?
Yes, correct.
Awesome. Where do you get lunch or food in general? Do you get it on campus? Do you go off?
I typically get it on campus, and I'll go around to the different dining centers. So I'll go to West, I'll go to McNary. I tend to eat at Arnold because that's around where I live.
Right.
So.
I definitely get food on campus through the OSU mailbox, which is really good.
Yeah.
It's an application you just signed before the beginning of the term, and they give you at least like $50 on your OSU ID, so you can eat on campus for free. So,
it's definitely a mix. I forget to pack lunch often, which means that I have to resort to convenience store food on campus. But I often go to the grocery store and make my own food, or we have really good restaurants, and we do a lot of local mom and pop kind of restaurants.
So try to keep it off the campus as much as you can. It's cost saving.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yes.
Yes. And that's what students think about their food and their tuitions. I'm Max Newfield, back to you in the studio.
This month, students have pledged to conserve energy, recycle, and make their resident halls, lives, and OSU more sustainable by competing in the Resident Hall Eco Challenge Month. There are 3 exciting programs that go along with the challenge. These include Campuses Take Charge, Campus Conservation Nationals, and the Recyclemania Resident Hall Competition. Current Resident Hall residents can pledge and try any of the 3 challenges. Residents can take action on the pledge that they have made and can win a coupon card for participating. Students who do not live in the resident halls can also participate. But who says recycling has to be boring? Sometimes one man's trash can be another man's masterpiece. That exactly happened this Tuesday night at the MU Ballroom, where design students and recycle maniacs came together to produce fashionable trash. Our own Beaver News reporter Brittany Mangold has the report from this week's Runaway Rubbish fashion show.
Student designers salvaged a range of materials from old air mattresses to mosquito nets in order to create designs for the Runway Rubbish fashion show.
I use my designs in a way to escape reality. You know, it's not that I paint my dreams, I paint my realities, my dreams, my nightmares. it's everything in one thing. So that's why I went out there and got 3 designs. I thought it would be kind of cool.
My outfit is made out of Subway coupons, like thrown away Subway cardboard coupons, and then they're spray painted on.
Lemon bags, newspapers, plastic straws, and Capri Sun wrappers are just a few of the recyclable materials used to construct the 20 different outfits.
See the new unique materials that everyone's using. Every year it's so different, so I'm really excited for that. But it's really cool. Like, people usually think it's not much work into just making something, but like recycled garments especially is a lot harder because you're working with materials. So like, I think it's really unique and probably a really good first show to go to.
Another aspect of the Runway Rubbish fashion show is the promotion of Recycle Mania through the interactive lessons with the audience about the do's and don'ts of recycling on campus. By salvaging scraps thrown out at home, work, and school, these student designers transform trash into trendy fashion. This has been Brittany Mangold for the Beaver News.
And whether you're wearing it or recycling it, there are many ways to help the earth. This month marks the start of Recycle Mania, a recycle competition between OSU and U of O. So far, OSU is beating U of O by a total amount of recyclables per person by 1.2 to a nearly 1.7 pounds.
As reported by the Gazette-Times earlier this afternoon, an anonymous donor has offered a $1,000 reward for any information that leads to the apprehension and incarceration of the recent assailant in Corvallis. Following 2 assaults in January, the Corvallis Police Department put together an 18-person task force whose sole purpose is to continue investigation and development on the case concerning the unidentified assailant. While not entirely sure if the attacks were committed by the same male suspect, investigators believe it is possible given similar descriptions and circumstances. If you have any information regarding the incidents that could help with the investigation, a tip line has been established.
The Pistol Club will be meeting this Sunday from 6 until 9 p.m. at the indoor target range. If you are planning on attending the meeting and it is your first time, please bring $5 for safety training that starts at 6 p.m. People visiting for the second time, the membership fee is $15 for 1 term, $25 for 2 terms, plus the cost of ammunition.
OSU's Red Square campaign has drawn a lot of attention recently to the topic of tuition, but a possible increase in the cost to attend Oregon public universities isn't the only tuition-related proposal passing through state legislature. The Tuition Equity Act, a bill that if passed would allow undocumented youth to pay in-state tuition at Oregon colleges, has recently been revived and a public hearing has been scheduled for next Wednesday, February 13th at 8 a.m. The hearing will take place at the state capitol in Salem. If you are a student in strong advocacy or opposition of the proposal and wish to voice your opinion, the hearing will allow for students and faculty, as well as any Oregon residents, to offer their 2-minute testimonies regarding the bill.
Tonight, the McAlexander Fieldhouse will be teaching a course that will teach basic skills for climbers who want to be more efficient while in a multi-pitch situation. The course continues every Tuesday and Thursday and will end on February 14th. The cost to take part in the class is $45 for students and Rec Sports members, $50 for the OSU community, and $55 for the general public.
If you're looking to add some decor to your apartment or are in need of a last-minute Valentine's Day gift, the Lonesome Pottery sale this Friday is the place to be. This fundraising event, sponsored by the OSU Craft Center, will provide students and the Corvallis community the opportunity to purchase beautiful handmade pottery and glass items at bargain prices. This sale will take place from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Trysting Tree Lounge at the Memorial Union, and there is no entrance fee. Those who don't intend on purchasing items are still more than welcome to attend and view the works of talented OSU students and faculty. And tonight, Beaver News reporter Ashley Thieler is bringing us to the Craft Center to see what students and staff are doing to gear up for tomorrow night's sale.
Things are heating up here at the Craft Center as employees prepare for the Lonesome Pottery sale. The sale will take place on February 8th in the Trysting Tree Lounge that's located inside the Memorial Union. Sean Wyman, a senior at OSU, shares what goes into the art of ceramics.
And the throw-a-thon involved making all of the ceramics that we're going to sell. And it's called the Lonesome Pottery Sale because what anybody leaves behind is what we then glaze and put through the process and then take to our sale to promote the Craft Center.
The money raised for the sale goes towards maintaining and updating the facilities.
And take a beginning ceramics class or an intermediate or expert or whatever you want. Craft Center has a lot more exciting things besides ceramics too. So anybody that's interested in arts and crafts, this is the place to be in Corvallis.
This has been Ashley Thielert reporting for the Beaver News.
It's that time of the week again. Time for our weekly local movie review with Allison Headley for our segment of Allison at the Movies.
Thanks, Gabriella. Les Miserables, based on Victor Hugo's classic novel and adopted onto musical theater by Cameron Mackintosh, has finally been adapted to film by Oscar-winning director Thomas Hooper. Nominated for 8 Academy Awards, Les Miserables, or Les Mis, has been one of the big box office winners for the current movie season, with over $300 million in domestic box office alone. The beloved musical has had a nonstop run for 27 years on London's West End and a series of runs on Broadway. The show has consisted of an all-star team of actors, including Hugh Jackman, who plays lead Jean Valjean, Russell Crowe, who plays Jafar, and Anne Hathaway as Fantine. Les Miserables is the story of have and have not in early 1800s France. Hugo's story details the ruthless pursuit of an ex-convict and parole breaker, Jean Valjean, by policeman Javert. The movie plays out over several decades and shows how Jean Valjean and Javert's lives change due to interactions between each other and people they come in contact with. Each character ultimately questions the deontological and teleological ways of simple authority. Aside from the story, this is the 5th movie version of Les Mis, but this marks the first time that the concept has moved to a musical movie representation. The most interesting thing about the movie is the actors sang in real time instead of voiceover soundtracks that are commonplace in film. Critics rave that Samantha Barks played the character of Eponine, and her rendition of On My Own was the musical highlight of the film. Samantha Barks is no stranger to the show, having performed on Broadway and in London before making the jump onto the silver screen. Jackman and Hathaway have been nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actress. Of course, the movie is up for Best Picture. With a PG-13 rating and a 2-hour and 37-minute run, Les Mis is playing at Regal on 9th Street. And that's been Allison at the Movies. Now it's time to move on to our Thursday Political Pulse segment with Hayden Wilcox.
Thanks, Allison. Hello, Corvallis. Christy Wilkinson is out sick tonight. I'm Hayden Wilcox with your Political Pulse. This week, ASOSU continues to battle it out over the university's freshman first-year experience. All freshmen this next year at the university will be required to live on campus in the dorms. The university's plan to provide students with all of the amenities required to be successful as a first-year student. While the vote was postponed within ASOSU, there are discussions regarding what it will mean for the universities moving forward. President Ed Ray announced plans for the first-year experience this September. The Beaver News will continue to bring you updates as the story unfolds. In lighter political news, The Onion made headlines today. The fictitious news outlet that is famous for satirical national, international news stories caught major attention after an article regarding Energy Secretary Stephen Chu's supposed love of solar power. Secretary Chu responded to the article with a Facebook post in an attempt to control the situation. Quote, "I just want everyone to know that my decision to not serve a second term as Energy Secretary has absolutely nothing to do with the allegations made in this week's edition of The Onion." End quote. This is an example of how social media is having an effect in the political realm. As the Obama administration moves forward to the State of the Union, we will continue to bring you all the news regarding the administration. I'm Hayden Wilcox, and that's been your Political Pulse.
Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Allison Headley.
And I'm Hayden Wilcox. We're glad you could join us this evening.
For updates on more of your Beaver News, be sure to like us on Facebook, watch us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. Have a good night.